How long would you take care of someone who hated you? The day my husband Dave got into an accident, my mother-in-law Janet screeched at me, "You did this. You made him come home for your stupid anniversary early." It wasn't true. Since then, she'd constantly made life miserable, as if losing the love of my life wasn't horrible enough. I moved Janet to our dining area so she wouldn't struggle up the stairs or get around to the kitchen. If Dave were here, he would have known how to set this up properly, she said coldly, watching me struggle with the hospital bed. I kept my voice soft. "I'm doing my best, Janet." Then after spending 3 hours making her favorite soup from scratch, a recipe Dave had written down for me years ago, she took one sip and spat it out on my face. "Too salty. What are you doing? Trying to bury me with my son already?" And when I had a neighbor come over to check on us, Janet seized the opportunity. "She hurts me. You gotta help me." The neighbor looked at me with a worried expression. After the neighbor left, I locked myself in the bathroom and collapsed on the floor, staring at my wedding photo from my phone. "I'm trying, Dave. Really trying," I whispered to his smiling face. My daughter knocked on the door. "Mom, why is Grandma so mean to you?" I quickly wiped away my tears and opened the door with a soft smile. "No, baby, she's not trying to be mean. She's just in pain, like you and me. And for some people, pain makes them say things they don't mean." My daughter nodded and hugged me before heading to bed. By the 3rd month, I was exhausted, constantly running ridiculous errands in the middle of the night to keep her happy, taking all of the horrible things she said with a smile. Then, one night, I heard her on the phone with my sister-in-law saying, "I wish she would suffer, or jump out the window, or anything. Then, I'd finally be happy." I slid down the kitchen wall and sobbed silently into a dish towel. After all the patience, she still blamed me. So at 2 a.m., I opened my laptop, typed senior care facilities with good reviews, and scheduled site visits for the following day. The director at one of the senior care facilities was very kind. She showered my mother-in-law with praise until she took a look at me and said, "Anywhere is better than spending another hour breathing the same air as the person who took my son from me." I nodded and deposited my credit card information. I went back home alone to retrieve her stuff and drop them back off. "I'll visit you every day," I told her, trying to lean into a hug. She gave me a disgusted look, snatching her bags from my hands. "You must feel so happy abandoning me, just like you did to my son." "I lost him too, Janet," I said, barely above a whisper. She rolled her eyes and walked into her room without so much as a goodbye. Still, I visited her daily, bringing fresh flowers, her favorite cookies, trying everything to bridge the gap between us. But by the end of the week, she wouldn't even look at me anymore. "You're making it worse. Stop coming," she said, facing the wall. "I don't want to see you anymore." My voice broke. "Okay, Janet, I'll respect your wishes." I placed our family photo on her nightstand before I left, the one from Christmas 3 years ago when the 4 of us were happy. "In case you want to remember the good times," I said to her back. For a week, I didn't visit or call, finally giving her the peace she'd wanted. Until one night, Janet called me sobbing so hard I couldn't understand her. "They treat me like I'm crazy when I talk about Dave," she gasped. "The nurse said I'm difficult and living in the past. They roll their eyes when I cry." She took a shaky breath. "No one here understands loss like you did." Her voice became hoarse. "You never fought back when I said terrible things, did terrible things. I'm just like them, aren't I?" "Please," I said, crying along with her. "You loved Dave too. We both lost him. Please forgive me," she whispered. That next hour, I showed up with boxes. "I'm taking you home, Janet, but no more spitting. No more blaming me for Dave." She ran out her room with the fastest old lady shuffle and hugged me for the first time since Dave died. "After everything I did, you came back for me." "Yes, but on my terms." I hugged her back. "You're his mother and mine. He'd want us to be together. We were both grieving, but at least we can do that together." I took her weathered hands in mine and headed out together.